Okay, so you should be all set.
I'm going to start the screen in just a minute. Let me know if you can hear the music as well as the video. Okay, I am starting my presentation. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me.
Yep, you can hear the music and you.
All right. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. My speech today is about mental health first aid. What is mental health first aid? It prevents mental illness, helps in a crisis, and promotes wellness. Sometimes first aid isn't a bandage or CPR or the Heimlich or even calling 911. Sometimes first aid is you. The Mental Health First Aid Action Plan is a series of steps that one must follow if you see someone experiencing symptoms of mental illness on the street. There's an acronym called ALGE, and there's even a mascot called so ALGE, the action plan. A means assess for risk of suicide or harm. L means listen non-judgmentally. G means give reassurance and information. E means to encourage appropriate professional help, and then encourage self-help and other support strategies. The most important component of ALGE is active listening. Active listening consists of showing interest, listening for feelings, observing nonverbal behavior, signaling encouragement, avoiding prejudice. You have to make the focus on the subject, not about you, and observe nonverbal behavior. When you're listening to someone who's experiencing symptoms of duress, you want to search for the hierarchy of suicide assessment: thoughts of death, suicidal ideation, a plan for suicide, means available, and intent. There are 3 different levels to assess the suicide risk. If a person has fleeting thoughts of self-harm or suicide but no current plan or means, that's called a low risk. If a person has suicidal thoughts and intent but no current plan or immediate means, they're a medium risk. If a person continually and specifically has suicidal thoughts, intent, and a plan, they are a high risk. The National Suicide Prevention Hotline is the number you want to contact if a person is considered high risk for self-harm. I'll leave this here up for a few minutes that you can write it down for your own records. The spectrum has a self-harm for children. If you have a child who's experiencing self-harm, this is their phone number. I'll leave that up for a few minutes so you can keep that for your records as well. 716-882-4357. Crisis services is where you go if someone needs immediate hospitalization. They offer mobile crisis, they'll come to the scene, and you want to keep the person calm while they're on the way. I'll leave this number up for a few minutes for your records. When you are offering support for self-help groups, these are the groups that you can recommend: peer mentoring, peer-led support groups, facilitated peer support, and buddy groups. I belong to ComPeer of Buffalo. Think of it as Big Brother for mental health consumers. I've been with ComPeer of Buffalo for a number of years. They're fantastic. What they do is they match you with a mentor, and the mentor comes to visit you. They go on walks with you. They take you to the movies. It's wonderful for people that normally live alone or are shut-ins. I'll leave this website up for a few minutes for your records as well. ComPeer of Buffalo, they're fantastic people. If you are a veteran who's experiencing symptoms and you want support, NAMI, the National Alliance for Mentally Ill, offers a veterans peer support group. I'll leave this up for a few minutes for your records as well. NAMI itself stands for the National Alliance, National Advocates of Mentally Ill. They're a main advocacy agency for mental health consumers. I'll leave this contact information up for if anybody who wants it for friends and family members. And now I'm going to include a brief video for about 30 seconds about mental health first aid.
NAMI has been providing mental health education to the community for over 35 years. Today, our tradition continues as we bring mental health first aid classes to the Erie community. We now offer free classes that will teach you to identify, understand, and respond to the signs of mental illness. Register online today or call 814-456-1773. Together, let's make mental health first aid as common as CPR. NAMI has been providing mental health education to the community for over.
And this is the website that anyone can go to find mental health first aid classes in your area. I took mental health first aid by CompTIA. It was a 2-hour class. It involves a video and an instructor and quizzes. After the 2-hour class, you get certified in mental health first aid. That concludes my presentation. Do you have any questions? I do have time for questions if anybody has questions on the topic of mental health first aid.
Hey, Joe, great. Can you send us yours? I think if we all get your slides via email, that would be very useful.
I can certainly do that, and you can turn off the screen sharing. You just have to see me. But I am prepared to answer any questions about mental health first aid.